Hello, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and history buffs. Welcome back to another episode of Old Charles, your go-to place for everything coin-related. Today, we're going to explore an interesting coin from the United Kingdom, the 1971 5 new pence. It's not just a piece of currency, but a reflection of a significant time in British history. So, let's dive right into it. In 1971, the United Kingdom underwent a major change in its currency system, moving from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal system. This transition marked a significant moment in the country's history, and it's exactly where our 5 new pence coin comes into play. So, let's break down the details of this coin and its value, both historically and in today's market. Before 1971, the British currency system was based on the old imperial system, with 240 pennies making up £1. But in 1971, the UK decided it was time for change and introduced decimal currency. This meant that the old penny was replaced by the new penny, with 100 new pence making up £1. Now, the 5 new pence coin was introduced as part of this change, and it was worth exactly 1 shilling under the old system. The coin retained the same size and design as the pre-decimal 5 shilling piece, but it was now part of a new, simpler system. The 1971 5 new pence coin features a traditional design that was very popular at the time. On the obverse side, you'll find a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait has been used on many UK coins throughout the years, and it became one of the most recognizable depictions of the Queen. On the reverse side, we have a stunning design by Christopher Ironside. It shows a crowned lion standing proudly above the coin's value, 5 new pence, with a heraldic motif. The lion is a symbol of strength and pride, which really speaks to the British spirit. Now, let's get into the interesting part, the value of the 1971 5 new pence coin. When it was first released, it was valued at exactly 5 new pence, which in today's money is roughly 5 pence. But here's the catch, the coin is more than just its face value. So, let's talk about how much this little piece of history is worth in today's market. First, let's look at the coin in terms of its collector value. A 1971 5 new pence coin in average circulated condition generally has a value of about £1 to £2. Not much more than that, right? But here's where things get interesting. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can fetch a lot more. For example, if you have a coin that has been carefully preserved in perfect condition, it could be worth upwards of £5 or more. It really depends on the coin's condition and whether it has any special features, such as a rare minting error. What factors affect the value of a coin like this? Well, the condition of the coin is absolutely crucial. Coins are graded based on their level of wear, and the better the condition, the higher the value. Here's a quick guide to help you understand coin grading. The coin is worn but still recognizable. The coin shows some wear, but the design is clearly visible. The coin has minor wear but is still in great shape. The coin shows almost no wear, with only slight signs of handling. The coin is in perfect condition, with no signs of wear whatsoever. If you have a 1971 5 new pence coin in uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more to collectors. Another thing to consider is whether your coin is a rare variation. For example, during the 1971 minting of the 5 new pence coin, a small number of coins were struck in a variety of metals, which could make them more valuable to collectors. Keep an eye out for these variations, as they can be worth significantly more. So, in conclusion, the 1971 5 new pence coin may not have a massive value in terms of face value, but it certainly holds some worth in the collector's market, especially if it's in great condition or has unique characteristics. It's a fantastic piece of British history and a reminder of the United Kingdom's shift to decimal currency. The 1971 United Kingdom 5 new pence coin has an interesting history that ties into the larger story of the United Kingdom's transition to the decimal currency system. Here's a deeper look at the history behind this coin. Before 1971, the United Kingdom used the traditional pounds, shillings, and pence system, which was quite complex. There were 20 shillings in a pound, and 12 pennies in a shilling, making 240 pennies in a pound. However, this system was difficult to understand and increasingly impractical as the economy modernized, and in the 1960s, there was growing pressure for change. The decimalization process had been discussed for years, and in 1966, the British government officially set a date for the transition. Decimal Day was scheduled for February 15, 1971, and the country would move to a simpler currency system where 100 new pence, abbreviated p, would equal 1 pound, pound. As part of the currency changes, the 5 new pence coin was introduced to replace the old 5 shilling piece. The 5 new pence coin was initially valued at 5 new pence, which was exactly equivalent to the old shilling. The coin's introduction was significant as it marked the start of a new era of British currency. It was issued alongside other new coins like the 1, 2, and 10 new pence coins. These coins were meant to be easy to understand and simple to use for everyday transactions. The design of the 1971 5 new pence coin was quite distinctive. It featured a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin. This was one of the most well-known and widely used depictions of the Queen on British coinage. A heraldic lion, which is a symbol of strength and the British monarchy, designed by Christopher Ironside. The coin also carried the inscription 5 new pence, and the date of minting, 1971. The coin's size and weight remained almost the same as the pre-decimal 5 shilling coin, which helped ease the transition for the public. Decimal day on February 15, 1971, was a major event in British history. It marked the official switch from the old system to the new one. On this day, the new coins were introduced into circulation, and people began using them alongside the old pre-decimal coins, which were still accepted for some time. The introduction of the 5 new pence was part of the broader effort to modernize the currency and make it more user-friendly. It was an important step in simplifying the currency system for businesses and consumers alike. After its introduction in 1971, the 5 new pence coin remained in circulation until 1990. However, as inflation rose and the cost of minting became a concern, the coin was replaced by a smaller 5 pence coin in 1990. The new 5 pence coin retained the same value, but the design was altered slightly to fit a smaller, lighter coin. Today, the 1971 5 new pence coin is a popular collectible among numismatists and people interested in British history. Coins from this era are appreciated for their historical value as they represent a pivotal moment in the UK's currency system. Coins in good or uncirculated condition can be worth more than their face value, and they are often sought after by collectors who specialize in decimalization-related items or British coinage. The 1971 5 new pence coin was much more than just currency. It was a symbol of a major shift in British society. Its introduction as part of the UK's decimalization process helped simplify the currency system. Condition of a coin is determined by how much wear and tear it has experienced since it was minted, and this is typically assessed using a grading scale. Let's break down the different grades and how they apply to the 1971 5 new pence coin. This is the lowest grade. A coin in this condition will show significant wear, with most of the details worn down. On a 1971 5 new pence coin, the crown on the lion's head and the lettering on the reverse would likely be worn and barely legible. The Queen's portrait on the obverse would show significant wear as well. A coin in fine condition has moderate wear. Most of the design elements are still visible, but the finer details are lost. On a 1971 5 new pence, the crown on the lion and some of the letters in the inscription would be legible, but still somewhat worn. Slightly higher than good condition, but still not a premium piece. In very fine condition, the coin shows light wear. The major details of the design are still clearly visible, and only minor wear can be seen on the highest points of the coin. The Queen's portrait and the lion design on the reverse would still be sharp, but the coin might have slight surface wear from circulation. Higher than fine, but not necessarily a significant premium unless in near-perfect condition. A coin in this condition has only minimal wear. The details of the coin, such as the Queen's portrait and the lion's design, are crisp and sharp, with only slight signs of use. There may be a few small scratches or contact marks, but overall, it looks quite fresh. Higher than very fine, often sought after by collectors for its near-uncirculated look. An uncirculated coin has never been used in circulation, so it has no wear at all. The coin will appear as if it was just minted, with sharp details and a perfect finish. There will be no signs of wear, and the luster of the coin will be intact. This is the most valuable condition for a coin, and a 1971 5 new pence coin in uncirculated condition can fetch a premium in the collector's market. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors. They have a high-quality finish and are often produced in limited quantities. These coins typically have a mirror-like surface with frosted designs. While the 1971 5 new pence coin wasn't produced as a proof coin for general circulation, there may be some limited edition proof sets that include it. Much higher than standard circulated coins. Proof versions can be very valuable if in pristine condition. The 1971 5 new pence coin was in circulation for many years, so most examples you'll encounter will be in good to extremely fine condition. Coins that show signs of significant wear are typically worth only a small amount over their face value, around £1 to £2. Coins in very fine or extremely fine condition may be worth a little more, with values reaching up to £5 or more, depending on demand and rarity. Coins that have been carefully preserved and never circulated can fetch a much higher price. Uncirculated examples of the 1971 5 new pence coin are rare and highly sought after by collectors. These coins can be worth £5 or more, depending on the specific coin's condition and demand in the market. While not commonly found in everyday circulation, if you happen to come across a proof version of the 1971 5 new pence coin, it can be significantly more valuable than regular circulated coins. These are generally sold as part of proof sets, and their value could be considerably higher, especially if they're part of a limited edition. When evaluating the condition of your 1971 5 new pence coin, you'll want to pay attention to several key areas. The Queen's profile should remain distinct. If it's been worn down so much that the details become difficult to distinguish, this indicates a lower grade. Look for wear around the high points of the design, e.g., the Queen's hair and the neck area. The lion's crown and the lettering around the edges are key features to inspect. Heavy wear here, where the crown is barely visible or the word 5 is indistinct, would signal a coin in lower grades. While some minor abrasions from handling are normal, large scratches, dents, or discoloration can reduce the coin's grade and, thus, its value. Coins that have been well preserved will often maintain their original luster, shine. If the coin looks dull or tarnished, it may have been exposed to the elements or improperly stored, affecting its condition. To summarize, the condition of the 1971 5 new pence coin plays a significant role in determining its value. Uncirculated examples or coins with minimal wear can fetch a premium price, while those with more significant wear are generally worth closer to their face value. If you're a collector or just getting started, knowing how to grade a coin is essential for understanding its true worth. Whether you find one in your pocket change or in your collection, the 1971 5 new pence coin is a fascinating piece of British history.